Our internet went out from February 9th until today. Um, Not that I really missed it much. Um, uh, Everything, when I went back online, everything was pretty much still the same because this is Las Cruces, New Mexico. But guys, when you watch TV and you're being entertained by dysfunction and murder, where you have like that Mickey 17 and Novocaine, being entertained by murder and dysfunction is it's wrong as a human being. It's disgusting, right? Watching two people beat each other senseless for entertainment when it's not necessary, right? It's not necessary to fight over sexual procreation. It's not necessary to fight over food. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal faithful peace. I am the light, I am the way. I am the way, the truth, and the life, right? So when you have perfect thoughts and perfect language, they lead to perfect action. Right? Now, when we watch television and you have scientists saying they're going to solve all our problems, and these scientists are engaged in economics and philanthropy that involve genocidal entertainment, then that's fundamentally wrong, correct? Yesterday I watched a movie with Spencer Tracy, Richard Widmark, and Burt Lancaster called The Judgment at Nuremberg. I sat and watched portions of it. It's about a 4-hour movie. It's really long. It's a propaganda movie. If you know history, all right, all the countries in Europe had, just about all of them, maybe Switzerland's the only one who didn't. They might have too. But Switzerland had banks that could do heavy investments and stuff with foreign banks. Okay. Just about every country in Europe, because of archaic written human agreements they refer to as laws, okay, had taken Jewish people and used mythology to bring them for the death of a man named Jesus Christ. They were not allowed to own land, and they weren't given any human rights as a person in those countries. It was absolutely horrible what happened to the Jewish people after the crucifixion of Jesus Christ and the propaganda and the manipulation that followed. Okay. And when you watch this movie, they don't explain it in that movie, and Kim Burns doesn't explain it in a documentary on PBS. Okay. The reason why the Americans came in was clean up their mess and keep their assets in place. The one country in the world where Jewish people are allowed to own land and have more control over what was considered control over their assets, okay, that was supporting and doing foreign commerce with the Jews that were very wealthy during the Germans having to pay for World War I. Okay, it was the United States of America. Are you familiar with Avery Brundage? Okay. Avery Brundage was the former head of the Olympic Committee that was the largest financier and supporter of Joseph Goebbels, who was the money machine and the propaganda engine behind the Nazi movement in Germany. Okay, so I didn't know this about that war. When I sat and watched this movie and I watched Widmark's propaganda films during the trial, most of the people were mass murdered when the Americans moved in to remove Hitler from office and get rid of Hitler. Okay. Now, Hitler, in trying to save himself, executed orders to have the Jews mass murdered in the concentration camps because the survivors, once liberated, would have access to their wealth in the United States of America. Do you understand? Do you understand who is responsible to initiate the mass cleansing of the concentration camps? Okay, which banking systems and which people made the most money off of the mass murder of the Jews during the invasion of Normandy. It's you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. You don't have to be Sheldon Cooper. You don't have to be Steve Wozniak. You don't have to be Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg to figure out what the hell happened when you watch that movie. I had it explained to me in college, okay, by my history professors, but they never broke it down and said it just like I said it. Okay, and that was in the 1990s in the United States of America, from Jewish professors and Polish professors. Okay, they would tap dance around it and hit about it, but they would never tell you exactly what I just told you. Okay. And even Schindler's List doesn't say that. There's no TV shows. Even the people that are sitting there suing Columbia University for anti-Semitic activities recently are not saying what happened with the finances during World War II that caused during the invasion of Normandy and the invasion from Russia. Okay, the mass slaughter of these people that were in these concentration camps, so they could manipulate them, probably to get their signatures and things like that, to manipulate their assets because they were still going through bureaucracy. Then once the bureaucracy finally completely broke down, they just eliminated all the people that could inherit any economic capital in the United States, because the Jews had to deal with foreign investments, foreign capital, and the one place in the world that they could do that the most was the United States of America. I'm pretty certain. I'm a history major, and I think most of us can sit there and go, yeah, it's very bad. Even Steven Spielberg didn't sell this on Schindler's List. Do you guys understand? Okay. So I'm going to load this one up. Hopefully this one will load. Focus on the Lord's Prayer. Focus on the positivity of the Lord's Prayer. Okay. Focus on loving one another. Focus on the intelligence that money does not exist. It's an invention by human beings that manipulates people into mass murder. Okay. And human beings have been trained for thousands of years to eliminate faith in the glory of creation and replace it with their own invention. We built the walls, we built the pyramids. Okay. Nifty little piece of machinery, Bring it over and I'll sign it. Okay? If you don't like getting your teeth kicked in for invading people's privacy to manipulate them with money, don't smile on TV for money. All right? I love you guys. Okay? We'll talk later, maybe tomorrow. Okay? I'm going to take it easy for tonight because I'm tired. I love you guys, all right? Peace out.